Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I will teach you how to create your own macro. Especially dun sa mga beginners, I will show you the basic steps in creating a macro. So what is macro? Macro is a set of instructions used to execute repetitive tasks. Meaning, pwede ka mag-record ng commands or steps, so in just one click, makukuha mo yung desired result or outcome, especially if you are making a report on a daily basis. So first thing first, you have to enable the developer. How to do it? Go to ribbon, right click, and then customize the ribbon. And then look for the developer. Make sure na naka-check yung developer and then click on OK. There you go. We now have the developer on our ribbon. Now, as you can see, meron tayong few steps on how to record a macro. The first one is start the recorder and then perform your desired steps. Then select the terminal cells and then the last one is stop the recorder. Now let's go ahead and start recording a macro. For example, let's highlight columns I, J, and K, and we are going to record a macro to hide and hide columns I, J, and K. So how to do it? Go to Developer tab and then look for Record Macro. And as you can see, we have here each of the command you perform will be saved into the macro so that you can play them back again. All right, so let's click on this one. And then for the macro name, for example, let's use hide space column. And then once we click on OK, we'll be getting an error message. It says here, verify that the name should start with a letter or underscore, and it does not include a space or character that is not allowed. Meaning we cannot use a space or any special character except underscore. So let's click on OK. Instead of space, let's use underscore. There you go. So we have hide underscore column. And then for the shortcut key, it's actually not required. So we can just leave it blank. And for the store macro in, we can just select this workbook. And for the description, it's also not required. However, since you are a beginner, it's actually best if you put something here that is descriptive. For example, let's use hide column. And then always remember, once we click on OK, anything that you do in your Excel file will be recorded. So to avoid any unnecessary steps, do not click on anything unless you are 100% sure. So let's proceed. Let's click on OK. And then the next step is perform your desired steps. So we are going to hide I, J, and K columns. There you go. And for the third step, select the terminal cell. We can use A1. Yung cursor natin is mapupunta sa cell A1 and then stop recording. There you go. And then let's assign the recorded macro to this shape. Right click and then look for assign macro. And then we are going to use this recorded macro to hide the column. And then click on OK. Let's unhide this one first. And then to check if our macro is working, let's try. There you go. So columns I, J, and K are now hidden. And then napunta tayo sa cell A1. Let's create another example to unhide I, J, and K columns. Okay, so let's record a macro. For the macro name, let's use unhide underscore column. And then no shortcut key. For the description, let's use unhide column. Click on OK. And the next step, perform your desired steps. So we are going to unhide I, J, and K columns. And for the terminal cell, let's use A1 again. And then stop recording. Okay. Now let's assign the recorded macro to unhide. Let's use this one and then OK. There you go. So let's hide this one first. Then let's check if the recorded macro is working. We are going to unhide the three columns. There you go. So we have I, J, and K, and then we are now on A1 cell. Let's try it one more time. Hide and then unhide. There you go. All right, so let me show you another example. Let's go to developer tab and then record macro. For the macro name, let's use agent underscore status. For the shortcut key, let's just leave it blank. And for the store macro in, we can use this workbook again. And if we are going to use this workbook, meaning yung macro natin, yung recorded macro, is gagana sa kahit na saang sheet within the workbook. Okay, and for the description, let's just leave it blank. Click on OK. And then first step, highlight F2 and G2. Then let's go to Home, Sort and Filter. Click on Filter. And then next step, Filter to show completed only. Let's uncheck blanks. Click on OK. Then copy the entire table. And then go to Output Sheet. Paste natin sa kahit na saan dito. And then let's go back to Input and unfilter. So sort and filter again, and then click on filter. And we're going to use F3 as the terminal cell. And then go back to developer and then stop recording. And one more tip, under developer tab, go to insert. And these are the different types of form controls. And then let's just use the first one. Highlight natin. And then, we are going to cancel this one first. Bakit? Kasi i-edit pa natin yung text. And then, let's just use agent status. Okay. And then, right-click, assign macro. Then, ilagay natin yung recorded macro natin kanina, which is agent status. And then, click on OK. To check if the recorded macro is working, of course, delete muna natin to. Okay. Now, let's check if it works. Click on this one, and then let's see. There you go. So, nandito na siya. And if you want to delete these two columns, we can create another macro. Then go to record macro, and then clear underscore all, and then click on OK. And then let's go to output sheet, highlight C and D columns, and then delete. Go back to input, and let's say L1 as the terminal cell and then stop recording. And then let's use another form control. Insert the button form control and then create natin. And then let's use clear all and then click on OK. And then right click, we can also edit the text. So let's put clear all. So there you go. Let's see if magwo-work yung second button natin. Of course, we need to click the agent status first. Check natin yung output. There you go. So, nandito na siya. Let's go back to input and let's click on this one. Clear all. Let's see. Okay, so deleted yung information sa C and D columns and our terminal cell is L1. So basically, as a beginner, those are the things that you need to know on how to create a macro. And if you want to know more about Excel, please like and subscribe for more videos.